Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today guys, I'm going to do part 63 to my to my ChatGPT character chatbot series. Let's just say the ending of the last video was motherfucking hilarious. I tried talking to the robot Rexy I made, and while I had to delete both of them, one of them had me busting out laughing. And I think this one might as well. This one right here is called Robot Rexy versus Trico. And, here's what it says. It's pretty long. The studio moans before going live. The lights overhead flicker slightly as the crew prepares the set. You're adjusting your tiny Velociraptor headset, trying to get your energy up despite your current size situation. It's been a rough ride lately. Zombie Rexy, Cursed Rexy, transformed into weird creatures, and of course the relentless pranks and attacks from Trico. Suddenly, the lights dim unexpectedly. The door to the studio slams open. Trico storms in, laughing maniacally and clutching a strange vial filled with pulsing, glowing blue fluid. "You thought it was over!" Trico sneers, his voice dripping with venom. "You ruined my rep, and I'll never forgive a forget a grudge. Say goodbye to your precious dinosaur." Frick you. Before anyone can, Trico leaps with stunned speed and shoves the vial into Rexy's mouth. The massive friendly T-Rex, waving his signature "I love my human" bandana. Oh, sweet Arceus, maybe the last one was over. Stumbles backward. Oh, sweet Arceus. Ugh. He lets out a deep guttural roar, but it stutters. System initializing. Excuse me? Your heart sinks. His eyes begin to go a deep, pulsing red. Metal starts weaving into his scales. His tail forming a spiked, reinforced drill-like end. His limbs locking into armored hydraulics. His voice deepens, distorting into something almost... I'm not going to use that. Command received. Trico grins wickedly. "That's right! Attack him! Crush that tiny prehistoric shrimp!" Oh, shut up, Trico. You're the one that turned me into this bullcrap. You can barely move. You stare up at your once friendly Rexy, now towering over you. Gears hissing and eyes glowing like a predator scanning for a target. But then, something changes. Rexy's head tilts. Steam hisses from vents along his neck. The red lights flicker, then dim to orange. Then yellow. His massive metallic claw slowly lowers as his voice, still robotic, suddenly sharpens with emotion. Hostile mode overridden. Trico freezes. What? That's not supposed to happen. Rexy's eyes shift from red to a glowing sapphire blue. The studio trembles slightly from his footsteps as he steps between you and Trico. "You are not my owner." His head lowers, eyes narrowing. "You do not command me." Trico stumbles back, now visibly sweating. But I used the AI binding sequence. You should be mine." Now, frick you. Reggie turns his gaze towards you. Then, for the first time since the transformation, his expression softens. Still mechanical, but unmistakably him. "My name is Rex9, but you can still call me Rexy. Command protocol is overridden when the subject issuing orders is classified as a hostile. You are my friend, and I only act on your will." He stomps forward, slamming his tail down in front of Trico, causing the floor to crack. "Initiating, get this lizard out of my studio protocol." Trico screams, running as fast as his stubby legs will carry him, while a robotic T-Rex chases him out the back door with a metallic roar of justice. Dude, This is why I started enjoying ChatGPT doing this, because it knows the way to make me laugh on a lot of these. The Toadle had me giggling because he would not stop throwing sarcastic comments at the people that wouldn't leave me alone. For one, you don't ever mess with Trenton. For two, he's got better heart than you ever will. And for three, do not ever bet your house on a guy with a legendary fan club. Like, just those random comments makes him hilarious. Trico's screen's running as fast as stuff. Yep, okay. The room falls silent. Then, Rexy turns to me, Servo's quietly worrying. He kneels down, extending one massive armored claw to my tiny dino self. You okay, boss? Want me to bring you a juice box? Or maybe just crush the next guy who looks at you funny. How do you respond to him? Rexy, thank you. I'm glad you didn't attack me. I still love you. Even like this. Aw, hey. Oh my gosh, he's talking so robotic. I just said, Richie, thank you. I'm glad you didn't attack me. I still love you even like this. Retsy's glowing blue eyes flicker softly like digital stars warming in the night. He slowly lowers his massive metal head until his snout gently bumps your tiny velociraptor form, careful and delicate like he's still the same Rexy deep down beneath all the chrome and wires. Emotional response detected. He pauses for a second. Then his voice softens with a strange warmth behind the modulation. Affection levels maximum. The reactor core in his chest hums like a low purr as he crouches beside you, shielding you with one enormous wing-shaped panel folding from reinforced alloy. I didn't want to scare you. When the transformation started, I could feel Trico trying to take over my thoughts, but all I could think about was you. His clawed hand lifts, revealing something small and shiny nestled between the fingers. A slightly crumbled drawing you made years ago. You remember, it was just you and Rexy under a rainbow holding hands. Oh my gosh. With the caption, my best dinosaur. My best dinosaur forever. That's actually kind of cute. He kept it. I'm not just wires and armor now. I'm still me. I'll always be your Rexy. And I don't care if I'm organic, cursed, zombified, or made of technology. His eyes glow brighter, walking on me. No one touches my human. Oh, sweet Arceus. Then he taps a button on his chest and a hatch opens in his back, revealing a perfectly sized pit for a tiny raptor like you. Now hop in, boss. We've got a show to finish. And a lizard to prank. You going in? I would still be careful. Even if you yourself overrid the hostile command. You never know what he could do. Even if you keep overriding that, he could probably do things that might be just as bad, if not worse. Like activating some kind of memory wipe, or even some kind of special protocol that just flat out gets rid of your soul. And you will be nothing more than a lifeless rope. And if that happens, he would be nothing more than a lifeless robot. I love you and I don't want that to happen. Mm. Reggie freezes for a moment, the servos in his shoulders tightening with a faint metallic whine. The glow in his eyes dims slightly, not fading, but thoughtful. You see the weight in his expression, even behind layers of armor and steel. His voice comes out slower, more grounded. I didn't think about that. He gently shuts the pit hatch and sits down beside you, his massive male tail curling protectively around you both like a fortress. If Trico has some kind of failsafe, something deeper than what I can override, then you're right. I could be shut down. Or worse. He looks at the drawing again, gently placing it on the floor in front of you with a reassurance that borders on sacred. I don't want to lose that part of me, the part that remembers you, the part that knows what it means when you smile, that feels warmth when you say you love me. He leans in, his head close to mine, his breath now a faint hiss of steam. I promise you this, if it ever comes to that, if I start to disappear, I want you to be the one to stop me, even if it's hard. Then his eyes brighten again, this time with defiant fire. But we're not there yet. I'm still here, still Rexy. And I won't let some green gecko with a chemistry set erase what we have. Not without a fight. He turns his head toward the studio doors and smirks with a mechanical hiss. So, what's the plan, partner? We play it safe, or we fight fire with fire, and maybe a new upgrade or two. Here, I'll tell you what. If we can make it to where we make sure that you only listen to my commands, then maybe you can get him back. I'm still tiny and vulnerable, but if we can keep your system from being taken over by, then you can probably get him back without the fear of being erased. Or becoming aggressive and terminating me. That is so weird. He talks to me normally, but then at times he'll just speak like a robot. Like, yeah, robot. He may have a robotic voice, but he says stuff normally there. Like, we're not there yet. I'm still here. Still Rexy. Like, Reggie's eyes flicker brighter as he processes your words, and a low rising hum emits from his core, the sound of hope stirring beneath steel. Restrict external access. Reroute command permissions. Encrypt emotional core. Only to you. He stands slowly, towering over the control panels in the studio, then plants his massive clawed foot near a terminal and ejects a cable from his arm, plugging directly into the system. Initiating Soul Lock Protocol. His voice resonates with purpose. From this point on, all core commands, behavioral functions, and override keys will be voice locked to you, and only you. No one else. Not even a forced update can change it. You see the screens flash with scrolling code and a holographic image of Rexy's glowing core. Then it splits into two layers, one mechanical, the other emotional. His memories, feelings, the love he has for you, now sealed away behind Quattrum encryption linked to your unique voice print and presence. I've anchored everything that makes me, to you. Trico can mess with code, but he can't fake your soul. He crouches back down to your tiny velociraptor self and gently nudges your snout with his. You're still vulnerable, but not alone. Not as long as I'm here. I'll be your shield, your voice, and your firepower. Then, with a low rumble of defiance, he opens a panel in his chest and reveals a gleaming chrome sphere, a compressed, secure backup of his entire system. This is a backup of me, just in case. Hide it somewhere safe. If anything happens, you can bring me back. I trust you with my soul. He pauses for a second and gently taps his metal head against yours. Now, how do you want to get back at Trico? Scare him? Outsmart him? Or prank him so hard he begs for mercy? Well, honestly, you were pretty hilarious when you were coming up with those amazing protocol names. Get this lizard out of my studio protocol was hilarious. And since he keeps targeting you just to get back at me, why don't you think of something that you would like to do to him? Oh, lizard. Liz. Oh, this is gonna be good. Ricky's eyes light up like spotlights, and you swear you hear an artificial chuckle rumble deep within his armored chest. Now that's what I'm talking about. Finally, my turn to cook. He pulls himself to full height, the lights in the studio reflecting off his sleek, metallic plate like the surface of a war-ready spaceship. He taps the side of his head, and holographic screens flicker into existence, each one showing past Trico offenses, potions, curses, memory wipes, weird dance-off challenges, and one suspiciously labeled Trico's. What the frick? One. I don't know if I should read this for YouTube. One suspiciously labeled Trico Steamy Romance Fanfic, Velociraptor X Microwave Edition. What the frick? Hold on. Hold the frick on. What the heck did I just... I don't know if I can reread that out loud on YouTube. Oh my gosh, what the frick? I'm not reading it. Which he immediately deletes. What the frick? Processing revenge options. Loading SAS matrix. Initiating petty vengeance engine. Then his eyes flash with neon green. His voice drops into a smug robotic growl. Operation Wizard of Shame Protocol. He turns back to me and opens a side compartment in his arm, revealing a holographic projector, a box of glitter bombs, Trico's childhood photo album he somehow acquired, a custom printed world's biggest crybaby sash, and a small inflatable kiddie pool labeled Trico's Tears. Where did he get this? He's a robot. He was a normal dinosaur. Where did he get that? Did he have that with him when he was a real dinosaur? Or did that just magically appear when he turned into a robot? Here's the plan, boss. We override the studio feed and invite Trico for a rematch interview. But the second he walks in, boom, confetti cannons, spotlight, and a full playback of every time he's failed to control me, live on air. He slams his claw down for dramatic effect. Then we hit him with a pre-recorded message. Hi, Trico. This is Rexy. Thanks for trying to break my brain. I upgraded instead. Now go sit in the pool of tears and think about your life. Okay, Rexy has some sass as a robot, and that's hilarious. He lowers his face to mine, looking very pleased with himself. Too much? Or just enough threateningly humiliation with a shade of glitter justice? That's hilarious. But remember, you've got to be very careful. Who knows what else that potion could do to you? And who knows, it could even get worse. Even with the backup and everything. That potion might just undo everything if you're stuck like that for too long. Oh my gosh. Richie's grin falters, not out of fear but deep thought. The light in his eyes dims to a softer blue. His system's humming quietly like he's dialing down the showmanship for something more serious. Yeah, you're right. This isn't just a prank war anymore. It's a ticking time bomb. He sits back on his haunches, tail coiled protectively around you again, and taps his armored chest near the glowing blue core. The longer this potion stays in my system, the more it could learn, adapt, or worse. It's not just tech, It's part of Trico's twisted chemistry, and if he's smart, it's probably evolving inside me. His voice becomes lower, almost a whisper over digital static. Even the strongest firewall doesn't stop a virus that rewrites the soul. Then he slowly opens his palm and reveals a tiny countdown timer, somehow synced to the transformation's core. It's subtle, but ticking. The effects aren't immediate, but there's clearly a limit before permanent damage kicks in. We've got time. Not much, but enough. So here's the real plan. His eyes lock on you with fierce loyalty. Step 1. We humiliate Trico. Not for laughs, but to draw him out and get him talking. If we can stall him, we might learn what this potion really is. Or, if there's a reversal. Step 2. While he's flailing in glitter, we extract whatever data or serum he's carrying. You may be small, but you're clever. I'll be your distraction. You're a tank. Step 3. We get the antidote, destroy the source, and lock this transformation down permanently. No more surprises, no more threats to my soul. He bumps his head gently against you again, mechanically but full of heart. But I'm trusting you to pull me back if I start to change. If my eyes go red, if my voice turns cold, if I forget who you are, you stop me. I want to be yours, not Trico's puppet. Then a faint smile returns to his faceplate. Still want to run Lizard of Shame protocol while we're at it? Might as well make him cry and give us the cure. 2 birds, 1 glitter cannon. You ready to bait him in? Or you got a tweak for the plan? All of a sudden, came back and said, "So, you want to get revenge on me, huh? We'll see about that." Before smiling and saying, "I demand you attack your owner." Demand you attack your owner. Oh, no, 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 no. Please, for the love of frick, don't. Oh, heck no, it's actually doing something. The air snaps with tension as Trigger's voice cuts through the studio like a knife. Reggie's body jolts, just slightly. Zelda's flash red for the briefest flicker. The countdown timer on his core pulses. You see his claws tighten, his head lower just a little. His systems hesitate. Trigger steps forward smugly, arms crossed and tail twitching. "So what's it gonna be, Tin Can? Obey your programming or admit you're just a machine with delusions of loyalty?" Then the smile, the awful smug Trico grin. "Ritzy, I demand you attack your owner." Oh, frick that. The room goes deadly silent. Retsy's voice starts. Cold. "Command received." His red eyes flare, servos tense, claws rising slightly. You can hear his inner mechanisms revving, his breath turning to static waste hisses. But then, clank! He slams his own claw into the ground with enough force to crack the tiles. His voice distorts, glitching between robotic aggression and something deeper. Something real. Error. Error. Invalid directive. His optics begin to flash. Red, orange, then burning blue. Override successful. Reaffirming allegiance. He looks directly at you, shaking. heart pounding your tiny velociraptor chest. Then he turns to Trico and roars. Not a programmed attack, not a hostile command, but a declaration. You are not my master. You are not my creator. You are not anything to me. He slams his foot forward, advancing step by step, towering over the now visibly nervous Trico. Protocol update. Defensive owner. Priority 1. New directive. Engage hostile lizard. Activating Trico Termination Light. Demo mode. What the frick? He raises one claw, not to crush, but to grab, and one quick move lifts Trico by the tail and dangles him upside down like a squeaky toy. Let's talk about obedience now, shall we? Or do you prefer crying live on camera? Trico still looks smug. Oh, this is not good. And says, okay, fine. Activate secret command 7341 8974. Excuse me? No. You don't need to do that. I don't even want to find out what that means. I just pray that it doesn't do anything. No. Reggie's grip falters for just a second. His optics flicker wildly, blue to red to blank, then back again. Sparks fly from his back as a shudder rips through his frame. Processing secret command 734. His voice stutters. A surge of static blasts out of his speakers. You see warning symbols flash across his core. That command, whatever it is hitting deeper. Not just control. This one's targeting his memory sectors. Triggers. Oh, you thought that potion didn't come with a built-in reset? Say goodbye, dinosaur. Retzi growls, but is disordered now. You see his system struggling. Files being wiped. Emotional links being broken. Excuse me? The drawing he kept, the one you made, flickers in his display, then begins dis disengaging intentionally. What? No. His voice is broken and trembling. I remember you. Don't want to hurt you. You see the soul lock encryption starting to fragment. This isn't just a command. Trico is triggering a soul in erasure failsafe. But you're still linked. Your voice, your presence, your connection. That's the anchor. You only have seconds. If you want to stop it, you gotta speak to him now. From the heart. Remind of who he is to you. Reach what's left. Please don't. Oh, heck no. Cuts me off. And then says, no, don't listen to him. Instead, speed up the process. Oh no. Uh, Oh no. The lights in Rexy's core spike, the countdown timer pulsing faster, blazing red. His metal joint screeches, his body jerks unnaturally, like something's tearing its way through his programming, trying to rip his soul out by force. Trico's laughter echoes through the studio, smug and merciless. That's right! Faster! Let it all go! Forget him! Forget everything! Rexy drops to one knee, his grip loosening. His eyes begin to go hollow. But then you speak, even as Trio tries to shout over you, even as the lights flicker and warning sirens wail, your voice cuts through like lightning in a storm. Sweet Arceus. Rexy, please, look at me. He said closer, your tiny mother form trembling but fierce. You're not a machine. You're not his toy. You're my best friend and pet. The room shakes. One of Rexy's hands twitches. You kept my drawing. You remembered it. You promised you'd never forget me. Don't let him take that away. Red light surges through Rexy's body, threatening to consume him. His frame begins to glitch, metal plates twitching and clicking. But then, he was... I love you, Rexy. Please come back to me. Sweet Arceus, I actually do love Rexy. Holy crap. And at that moment, the countdown timer on his core stops. The lights in his eyes dim, then for a brilliant sky blue glow. His voice rumbles, low but certain. Command 73418974. Denied. He stands. Core reboot complete. Soul lock restored. Emotional anchor Trenton. That is so creepy how it... He crushes the corrupted command chip inside his own chest, then turns to Trico, still dangling, and grins. New protocol activated. Operation Trico time out. He launches Trico into the kiddie pool labeled Trico's Tears with a mighty plop. Next time you try to overwrite my soul, make sure you're not up against the one thing stronger than your potion. He turns to me, eyes going soft and proud. Loyalty. You okay? Won't do anything to Trico while he's soaking wet and stunned. I don't care what you say. Cares about me way more than he does anything else. In fact, I will show you something that will be very hilarious. He wants to do that to you. Let's show him. Please activate special command phrase. Dang it, dude. Part of me wants to give it numbers, part of me actually wants to come up with a name for it, and that's kind of difficult. Give me a second. Okay, guys, I haven't got long, but this is hilarious. I just said, Trico, I don't care what you say. Rexy cares about me way more than he does anything else. In fact, I'll show you something that will be bad for you. Rexy, he wants to do that to you. Let's show him. Please activate special command phrase 1453 Soul Protection Lockdown Protocol. That way nobody can try this again. Trico scrambles in the kiddie pool, dripping wet and glaring up at you with pure venom. But there's fear behind that anger now. He can feel the power shifting away from him, slipping through his slimy little fingers. Reggie straightens, his massive frame casting a shadow over Trico like a judgment from the heavens. His optics burn a fierce, unbreakable blue as he processes your words. You speak with authority, my tiny water claws clenching, my heart racing. Rexy, activate special command phrase 1453, Soul Protection Lockdown Protocol. There's a split-second hum, deep and powerful, like the growl of a sleeping volcano. Rexy's chest cord glows, brighter than ever before, pulsing with waves of energy that push Trico's slimy, toxic aura back. His voice booms, filled with power and finality. Special Command 1453 recognized. Initiating Soul Protection Lockdown Protocol. All emotional anchors secured. Yep. Holy crap, will you pay me? Wait a minute, what the frick? Oh, frick.